Hey everyone, keep it going now for Gilad Shalit.
Gilad!
Don't cough, everybody! All right. My name is Gilad Shalit. I just got out of the Hamas prison, and I'm here to tell you my story. Don't worry, I'm working on the accent. I've been eating a lot since I got let go, so that's why I look like this. All right, they made me feel worthless when I was there, and then I found out I was worth about 1,000 Arabs, 1,000 Hamas prisoners, right? While we were there, we used to play games, and we used to talk to each other, right? I had to amuse myself, and how did I amuse myself while I was there? I used to talk to them. Now, what would I say to them, right? I used to play games. I used to say, how many fingers do I have, right? And they looked at me, and they see the number 1, and they beat me. They go, we're number 1. Don't you, you're not number 1, we're number 1. And they beat me, right? So this is what I have to endure while I'm there in the Hamas prison, right? So I try again, I go, how many fingers do I have? Right? And they see, this is the victory sign, right? And they go, victory? No, you're not victorious. You're our prisoner. We're victorious. And they beat me, right? And this is what happens, right? This is how it goes. And I don't know what I'm doing, right? So, but I have to amuse myself. I'm there for a very long time. And so I go, how many fingers do I have, right? Can you read? Can you read between the lines, maybe? How many fingers do I have, right? And they look and they see that there's nothing wrong, and they count 1, 2, 3, and I go, 3, right? And I go, no, I have 10 fingers. This is just what I'm holding up, right? And then, they, that was my joke to them, and so they beat me, right? And they beat me, right? Right, and I had to play more jokes with them. I mean, this is what, you're there for a long time, you got to amuse yourself, right? So I tried to play games with them. I tried to teach them a little English, like what the word addicted, right? When you're smoking too much, you're addicted. Everybody say addicted. Addicted, right? So when you smoke too much, right? You smoked too much of the hashish, and you fell asleep, and you were smoking too much because you're addicted, right? And then another night they were drinking too much, and they drank so much that they passed out because they were addicted, right? And both mornings when they woke up, they were, what was that thing hitting them in the face waking up? Addicted. And then they beat me. And then they beat me, right? Thank you. My 12-year-old son taught that. And then, right, then they want to know, like, this secret language in Europe, right, Yiddish. They want to know, what is this Yiddish business, right? Teach me Yiddish, right? So what do I know, right? So I go, this is your tuchus. And I told one guy, go stick out your tuchus, this is your tuchus, right? And then the other guy, I go, this is your shmechel, right? And then I got one guy standing like this, and the other guy standing like this, and I go, move a little closer, put your shmechel in his tuchus, right? And then they realize what they were doing, and they go, this is gay, and then they beat me, And then 5 years was up, and they finally let me go. Thank you. All right. So my real name is Gary Manfre, right? And I'm your comedian for 5 more minutes, maybe. And when I was growing up and I was in high school, and so many people, they were angry all the time. What do people say when they're angry? Any idea? What do they say when they're angry? Anything? I'm going to kick your ass, I'm going to beat the crap out of you, you're dead, right? And one guy actually came up to me, I was at work, I was on my cigarette break, and he came up to me and he was this tall and he was yelling down at me, and I really didn't know why he was mad, and he interrupted my cigarette break, and I was like, what? And to me, I was like, I got like nervous, and a nervous twitch, and I swung. And I was like 17 years old, and to me, in my mind, it was like that slow motion thing that happens in the movies. And it was slow, right? And it was like lasted forever, that one little swing, right? And I got lucky, and I hit him right in the cheek, and he fell down. And the first thing I said, what could I have said? If he gets up, he's gonna kill me. I'm dead, right? So I jump on him and I start swinging, and now I have a consciousness, and I think I know what I'm doing, and it's like I'm hitting them with feathers because I really don't have any power in my punches. There's no power, right? And somebody grabs me and he throws me up against the wall, and what do you think happens when I hit the wall? I shit my pants. That's what it means to beat the shit out of somebody, okay? And then I had to run away, but you can't just run with your arms like that. You got to run holding yourself because you got a big lump in your pants. Absolutely terrible, right? What else is terrible? The economy is terrible, right? Isn't the economy terrible? Terrible economy. What's everybody doing to save money? Doing to save money? Me? I'm taking a shower every other day, saving half the water, half the shampoo, half the soap. When I poop at work. I use their toilet paper. I'm using their toilet paper. That's it. And if I poop at home, I do it right before I take a shower. I'm never buying toilet paper again. Thank you. What kind of work do I do? What kind of work do I do? I'm a consultant. What does that mean? I'm unemployed. Tried to go on a job interview. What do they say? Fill out this application. They check that little box. Have you ever been arrested? They go, see that? Oh, no problem. You got a fair chance of being unemployed if you check this box. It's no big deal. But they go through the motions anyway. They ask you these questions. Can you pass a drug test? Do you know the ABCs of drug testing? Do you drug test at Evans Trucking? Do you drug ABCs of drug testing? Say yes. A is amphetamines, B is barbiturates, and C is cocaine. Right? They go, we got a very important job for you. Do you know how to handle a mop? M-O-P, mop, Mr. Gary? I go, yes, M is methadone, O is opiates, and P is PCP. Right? So they got to go through the motion. Will you take a sexual harassment class? I don't hear so good. I go, sure, I'll take a sexual enhancement class. Sexual enhancement class, that's for me. I want this job. Right? What do they teach you there? What do they teach you in this class? They teach you about the things you could say and do, which is a green light, and the things you can't say and do, which is a red light, right? For green light, you could glance at your coworker. Red light is when you pant at your coworker. Right? Don't do that at work, right? Right? Green light, what do you say? You say, let's do lunch. Red light, let's do each other. Right? Don't say that, right, to your coworker, right? Green light, I worked hard yesterday. Red light, I worked with a heart on yesterday. And if it's, for the ladies, if it's raining and wet outside. That would be your green light. And the red light, I'm wet inside. Now there's all kinds of sexual harassment. We know that, right? There's male on female, which is always reported. There's female on male, which is never reported. Not one time female on male ever been reported. And then there's female on female sexual harassment, which is reported on page 1 of the company newsletter. Thank you very much. That was a good guffaw. Thank you for that. I'm Gary Manfre, your host. Don't talk, everybody.
Gary Manfre, please